Today on Say Life TV, our chef is in the studio to talk about some yummy things that's gonna go into your kids' lunchbox before they hit the door, and love over hate. One musician is helping us with an initiative that will help individuals who are considering taking their own lives. And we're gonna step into fall the right way. Our stylist is gonna show us how to do that. All that and more on Say Life TV when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Does your child have role models who look just like them? Look no further than Little Leaders. Little Leaders makes apparel and accessories with miniature versions of scientists, service members, healthcare providers, presidents, and more, so that your kids can see a positive image just like them. Shirts, onesies, backpacks. Get your Little Leader a Little Leader accessory today. If they see it, they will believe it and they will achieve it. Visit littleleaders.com now. That's littleleaders.com.
Moving through the world in a positive way. This is Say Life TV.
That's right, you heard the man. This is Say Life TV, equipping you with all the tools you need to empower yourself in every area of your life while moving through the world in a positive way. Happy Friday morning. I am so honored that you took the time to spend it right here with us. My name is Elissa Lassiter, guiding you through this journey as your life coach and your lifestyle host. So I hope your Friday is going amazing so far, but let's talk about how to make it even more amazing. It's Friday, y'all. And this Friday, I'm going to show you some steps that you can implement now, today, to start seeing some change. How about that? Let's go. So do you have a major goal you'd like to accomplish? And I'm not talking about some little to-do that you just want to check off your list. I'm talking about that big major goal that you'd like to see realized in this life. But what do you do when that big goal almost seems too big to tackle? So much so that you feel stuck in one place. Well, here are a few steps that'll help you get there. Step 1, small habits equal big results. Small habits equal big results. Darren Hardy, the author of The Compound Effect, Jumpstart Your Income, Your Life, and Your Success, wrote, "It's not the big things that add up in the end. It's the hundreds, thousands, or millions of little things that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary." Step 2, break it down. Before you run that marathon for the first time, you've got to master half a mile, then a mile, and so on. If you want to make $90,000 a year, what steps do you need to bring in order to bring in $75,000 a month? What steps to bring in $1,875 a week? Determine those small habits we talked about in step 1. And step 3, make that first step. Try it. When I was working my 9 to 5, I had an alarm, and still do, that goes off at the same time every day to remind me to grow my business. Whether it's sending one email, shaking the hand of one potential client, or writing that amazing dream you have for your business, what is one step closer to where you want to be? Sometimes in our lives, we like to think of life as a nice little straight line. But when life throws its unexpected crazy plot twists at our nice little straight line, it sends our nice little straight line into a series of zigzags and curves and loops. That one over there, that one looks like an illness. Maybe the illness of a parent, of a child, or maybe even your own. That one over there looks like the loss of a job, that demotion instead of that promotion that you were waiting on. And this one looks like that opportunity that you missed by just this much. So if you missed it last week, I had an opportunity to give a TEDx talk at TEDx Fredericksburg inaugural event in August. Well, that video is now live. You are watching a clip from my TED Talk entitled "When Life Happens, Our Nice Little Straight Lines." And I know many of us can relate to life happening, right? Well, I was honored to share the stage with so many esteemed speakers who have made their mark in sports, coaching, initiatives to even end world hunger. And I'm grateful for the opportunities and the organizers who worked so hard to put this together. Stay connected with them at TEDxFredericksburg.com and on social media, TEDx Fredericksburg, and check out the rest of the talk on SayLifeTV.com. Now, I hear a sound. It may be my stomach growling. Time for Say Life Bite. So some of you may be getting ready to send those little ones off to school, so why not send them off with something delicious and nutritious in their lunch boxes today? Today in the studio for Say Life Bite, we have Chef Suzie Trotter, CDM, CFPP, registered nurse, and culinary nutritionist. Suzie, tell me what we have here to send the kids off with to school today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
This is actually for kids or adults if you want to pack your lunch, but we'll focus on kids for today. You know, public schools do provide a balanced, nutritious lunch that are under the USDA program,
right?
But some like variety too, and some like different changes. So the big thing we hear now is bento boxes.
Oh, yes.
This is an example of a bento box.
Yes.
And yeah, you show.
Okay.
It actually comes in a little cooler with an ice pack, and then it's sectioned if we open it with different sections.
That is
There's
precious.
Protein, vegetables, fruit. It's a little portion control too. Little peppers
precious.
And a dip. This is my niece's favorite dip. It's a honey barbecue sauce mixed with ranch.
Yes,
everything can be dipped in that.
So good.
But today we're going to talk about that extra treat at the end. Instead of buying our prepackaged goodies, we can make our own oatmeal bars or power balls that'll give them that energy, that fiber, and get them for the rest of the second part of the day.
Yeah, and like, you know, because after a certain amount of time, like their energy kind of drops. So this is really good. Get them that second win that they need at school. Perfect.
And the key thing about lunch, really, it's only 20 minutes, so it's fast.
Wow.
So they got to kind of consume and go, and you want to be sure it's powerful so they're ready to do the rest of the day.
I love it. Let's get to it.
All right, let's get to it. Well, first what we're going to do is put our liquid ingredients together. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of raw honey would be the best choice. Add some extra antioxidants and health benefits. We have a 1/4 cup of coconut oil, which is actually an MCT oil, which is easily digested over some of the other oils.
So you soften that oil.
It did soften that oil, and that's going to help bind it because it will get harder as it starts to dry. And then to be allergy friendly, we're going to use sunflower butter today.
Love it.
Tastes good, it's nutty, but it doesn't have the peanut allergens or the other allergens. But you can choose whatever your favorite is.
I love that. And while we're kind of mixing these things together, you actually got your start in nursing. So tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Thank you. You work on that.
I know.
I worked mostly in prevention. I did public health for 15 years and actually supervised nurses in the public setting in the schools.
Oh, nice.
So we dealt with a lot of case management for diabetes, for allergies, for all kinds of different needs.
Yes.
So definitely talk to your school nurse and talk to your dietary manager at schools. They're willing to help and be sure that we have safe school and work for prevention that's best for the student.
And, you know, like you were mentioning, as a nurse, you know, you were helping people get through their illnesses, and now as a chef, you're helping people
help them learn how to cook for themselves so that they can do it. So while you're doing that, I'm going to put the dry ingredients in. We have 1 cup of a Rice Krispie type cereal and 1 cup of our rolled oats, which again is our fiber, soluble and insoluble, but this gives it a nice crunch and kind of a fun flavor.
It smells yummy.
Smells yummy and creamy. We're also going to do a little bit of unsweetened dried coconut, and that gives another little boost of flavor.
Yum.
And some healthy fats, because you do need fats. You have to feed the brain, you got to feed the energy. These are the good fats. Of course, chocolate chips, you got to have that sweet treat.
You got to have chocolate because chocolate.
Flaxseed, which helps. And some chia seeds.
Love it.
Nice picture. So there's our dry ingredients. That's it.
And now
let's
we're going to
pour over our liquid.
All right.
Look how beautiful.
So let people know, how can they learn more about what you're doing and how can they find you?
Well, currently I'm all over the place, including here with you today. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I work for a catering company in Norfolk called East Beach Catering.
I'm just going to stir here.
Stir that up.
I'll work.
As well, I'm working in a new restaurant on 67th Street called Gray's.
Okay.
Which does a farm to table, nice lunch and a Saturday brunch.
Oh.
And then
brunch.
Love brunch with mimosas.
Okay. Well, I'm about to go. No, I'm just kidding. I love it.
And then I'm open for individual client consultation as well. So.
Way to go. Yes. Way to go. All
Look
right.
at that coming together.
So now, after I have stirred this up.
You did an awesome job.
Thank you.
So what we would do then at home is we would either make it into spoon balls and let them freeze so they would solidify, or you can just spread it in a pan like I did, and you can cut them into bars, into squares.
Nice.
Again, freeze it so it'll gel, it'll kind of come together as a bar. and then add that to your lunch and you're good to go.
Great. So you put it in the little balls, put it in the freezer, and this is going to be the finished product, correct?
It is.
Nice. These look so good. And actually, do you mind if I take a little bite?
Please, take a bite.
Oh, wow.
And again, this
I
could
love the
replace
texture.
the purchased one. Although this seems like a lot of ingredients, in the purchased one, you're also having sodium bicarbonate, soy lecithin, corn syrup solids, invert sugar, glycerin, and it goes on and on. So
It tastes amazing.
make your own.
And I love how you use the chocolate because I love chocolate. Thank you so much,
Thanks
Chef
for having
Suzie.
me, Elisa.
And you guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to talk about Love Over Hate, which is the newest initiative from musician Cabana Blaq. And he's going to talk about why this is so needed in our society today. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to eat some more of this.
Hey, entrepreneur, would you like to see your business or brand right here on our show? Well, we'd love to hear from you. Contact us now at ask@saylifetv.com. There are more than 1 million viewers in our viewing area, and we'd love to show all of them your product, service, business, or blog in a creative way. Go ahead, shoot us an email at ask@saylifetv.com now. Ask@saylifetv.com.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. They were with you when you felt unbreakable, and with you when you had your heart broken. They were with you when you shared your love with the world, and with you when she became your world. They're still with you right now. But how well do you know them?
From singing to troops overseas to opening up for some big names in music, including Jill Scott, Common, and Alicia Keys, artist Cabana Blaq realized his purpose in life was to use his creativity for good. But that purpose went into overdrive when tragedy hit home. One of his bandmates took their own life. Cabana Blaq said he never saw it coming. One night after that devastating loss, Love Over Hate was born. Through the Love Over Hate EP and Book of Affirmations, his aim is to encourage and motivate individuals through music. But it doesn't stop there.
I'm different and I like it.
He conducts workshops, camps, and speaks to show people how to love themselves and others. A message Cabana Blaq is sharing with the globe, one soul at a time.
Wow, what an empowering, inspiring story. And I'm so grateful to have Cabana Blaq in the studio with me right now today. Cabana, tell me about your inspiration for Love Over Hate. What inspired you to do something like this?
Well, Love Over Hate for me, it came from, unfortunately, a loss in my own personal band. I sing in the fuzz band, but in my band as a solo artist, one of my bandmates took their life about 2 years ago. And for me, it just left me wanting to know why. I searched Instagram, I searched Facebook. I really looked back at all the conversations that we had, and there was nothing. And so I felt like no one would know how great this person was. No one would know how wonderful his gift would be. And so I created an EP called Love Over Hate. And from then on, Love Over Hate started to build. And I already worked with kids and hosted in Hampton and Newport News and all over the states and stuff like that. But for some odd reason, I felt like it just wasn't enough. And I realized, you know, looking at people, that it's very hard for people to love themselves. It's not something that comes naturally. So I began Love Over Hate camps and workshops and conferences, helping people to learn how to love themselves over hating themselves so that they can love others.
And like you said, you had searched Facebook, you searched Instagram for some kind of sign. How did it make you feel for this to just kind of seemingly come out of nowhere, as far as, there weren't any warning signs that you, as a close person to this individual, how did that make you feel, not being able to see some of those signs?
Guilty.
Okay.
A lot of times you feel like, what could I have done? And I realize there's nothing that you could have done, but I think now the most important thing that people have to understand is interaction. Love is about feel, and it's about connection, it's about smiles, it's about making sure somebody's having a good day, checking on each other. And I think that's the one thing I could have done more of, but at the end of the day, what I realized, it dwells within inside someone. Someone feeling down about someone feeling down about themselves or being depressed, it's what's deep inside of them at the core that they hate the most. And you have to help them dig down there and get it out for themselves.
And that's the mission of Love Over
Yes.
Hate. So tell me about the conferences and some of the things that you have planned in the community, where you're actually going to be the hands and feet to carry this out to people who need it the most.
Well, I've been to places like Langley Youth Programs. I've been to McDonald's. I partnered with McDonald's. That was very exciting. We had Love Over Hate Day there. I'm going to be at FBLAs. I'm going to try to get on TED Talks. That's my real goal, to get on TED Talks. Amen. But I go around to different schools, elementaries, churches, places where people are everywhere. And I just talk and let them know about the cause. And it's been very overwhelming in some ways, but at the same time very gratifying, because I'm able to get in and show them and work with games and teaching through play, because that's how I really actually do things. I do things through fun activities.
Absolutely. And Love Over Hate is not your only initiative. You actually are a jack of many trades. There's lots of other things that you have going on in Cabana Blaq's world. Tell me about some of those things that are happening.
Well, definitely the passion of being an artist is singing. I love to sing. I'm a photographer. I'm a creative director, stylist, a model. And that's another thing that I've learned is we judge ourselves and we put ourselves in these boxes that we can only be one thing, but you can be many things. Never limit yourself, never limit your gift, never limit your talents. And so actually doing this has helped me be more comfortable and giving people more confidence in trying new things. If you want to climb a tree that's higher, you want to climb a mountain, you want to do something outside of your box, then do it, and don't be afraid of it, because failure is not really failure. Failure is not trying. And when you don't try, you don't succeed. And so now I'm able to show kids and adults that you can just do anything as long as you believe in yourself. So luckily, I've been fortunate to be a full-time artist, and I'm allowed to go host and be at Groovin' by the Bay and different places like that, and go to concerts and go to Dubai. It's just
And you
been
said
amazing.
something that really stood out to me about failure. Sometimes those losses, or quote-unquote losses, are actually lessons. And I know you had a special journey in getting to know some of those things that you love to do and some of those passions in your life. So really quickly, just tell me about part of your journey to getting to the Cabana Blaq that you are now.
Oh, that's a good one, because it can be so deep. But I can say, when I decided to write my book Before Success and Love Over Hate, especially the book Before Success, I just got off of a tour doing Prince in Germany, and from there I did The Wiz, and I played The Wiz in the play, and I met Queen Estamero, and this woman, whom is a legend, she changed my life. And I really started to think about how I've been holding myself back. I'm a type of person that I love to help people out, but sometimes when you're helping people out, people will take as much as you give. And if you don't stop people at a certain point, they'll take a lot. And then you have nothing left for yourself.
And being able to set those healthy boundaries,
And that's the one thing that I'm learning from Love Over Hate. Love is about also having a healthy kind of selfishness. Being able to say, this is where I need to be. So my journey for me was through my gifts and my talents. I learned how to love myself. I learned how to give myself an opportunity to grow.
Because you can't pour out of an empty cup.
You cannot, and it's so, my favorite book is The Giving Tree. I love The Giving Tree because it kind of exemplifies me as a person. You can lean on me, you can depend on me, but a tree also loves when kids use it and hug it and love it. And that's what I think suicide is really about. I think people are like trees, and when we don't water them and when we don't feed them, they die. And we look at them because they stand so tall and so strong, and they have these branches that people can like pull on and swing from and put a nest in. But we never think about how the tree has to have something to live off of. And we know nature lives off of love and life.
I love it. Tell people where we can find you.
You can find me easy on Instagram, which is at Cabana Blaq, which is KBANABLAQ at Cabana Blaq. That's real simple, real easy. You go to Instagram, you'll see my whole life there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much
Thank
for
you
being
so
on
much.
today. And Cabana Blaq and I talked a lot about personal development and being able to pour into yourself. So we're going to talk about some questions that you may have and Ask a Life Coach right now. Today's Ask a Life Coach question comes from April J on Facebook. Here it is. I'm an entrepreneur. You go, April. And I know you're an entrepreneur as well. So what is your morning routine like? April, nobody has asked me that question before. So thanks for asking. My routine in the mornings are actually pretty simple. The first thing I do, even while I'm still half asleep, is my morning affirmations. I believe your mind is very receptive to the things around it during that critical point in the morning. So I choose to pour things into me that's going to help fuel me for the rest of my day and beyond. I may change my affirmation every now and then, but for the most part, it is, I am thankful to God for what I have. I breathe in, and on the exhale, that's what I affirm silently. So I do this about 21 times. Then I read my devotional and scripture, open the blinds to see the sunshine, and then I pet my dogs. Without fail, they're always ready and excited to start their day, unless it's before 7 o'clock. They're divas, I know. And that is a reminder to me that I need to be excited and ready to start my day too. So thanks for asking, April. What is your morning routine, by the way? Do you have one? Some successful individuals out there have morning routines that are 2 hours long, while some have one that's 10 minutes long. I like this conversation. So you guys, I want you to fill in. I want you to give me your input as well about your morning routine. Tell us about yours if you have one on our Facebook page, Say Life TV. And if you have a pressing question for a life coach, I'm a life coach, I want to hear about it. Send your questions to ask@saylifetv.com. I cannot wait to read them. And I also cannot wait to see what styles are in for fall. Our style correspondent is in the studio standing by. When we come back, don't go too far.
Thank everybody for coming out, and I hope to see you guys at the next one, Black Girls Brunch.
So we are frolicking into fall, and in order to do that in a fashionable way, we have back in the studio our fashion correspondent, the CEO of Tea Time Glam, the lead designer of Tea Time Lady Couture, Natarsha Fequiere. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We have some company today.
Oh, we do.
You may have recognized her as our design correspondent, but today she is our fabulous model, Crystal Garner.
And she's doing
Garner
such
Confidential.
a great job.
Yes. So tell me, Natarsha, we are getting into fall. What are some of those pieces that we can add to our wardrobe now?
First of all, the colors are going to be fantabulous. And the color that you're wearing right now, yes, jewel tones. Jewel tones are going to be awesome. Yes. I mean, we have, and everything's named after foods. We got some chili pepper. We had some good old cheddar, some dark, and guacamole.
Wait, is this Say Life Bite or Say Life Looks? I don't know. Okay.
So, but yeah, like vivid colors, like those colors that, you know, when you think of jewel tones, like the diamonds and the pearls and the emeralds and the sapphires, all kinds of just vivid colors.
Now, she has on some gorgeous pieces today. Let's talk about how to incorporate things like this into your wardrobe. So,
So, the 80s are coming back. the 80s, they started in the summer, but they are coming back, and I love that. So one thing is this beautiful distressed denim jacket.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. Jackets are going to be really, really, really big this fall and winter. And also, you'll see a lot of jackets that are going to be belted. So when you do that, you see the cinched in waist. It'll be absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
So also, what's going to be big is animal print.
Okay.
Yeah, animal print is going to
Very
be the
pretty.
thing. I love this cheetah print, flowy, high-waisted skirt.
No cheetahs were harmed during the making
No
of this skirt.
cheetahs were harmed. Yes. Faux animal print is the thing. Faux animal print, faux fur. Yes, it is big.
The color also talks about, you know, some of the jewel tones that we talked about is in this color.
Yes, that cheddar, definitely pulled that out. And actually, you can even see the pearl tones inside of the print. Absolutely gorgeous.
And speaking of pearls.
So we pulled the pearl tone out of the skirt and we matched it with this gorgeous, gorgeous pearl stackable bracelet.
So pretty.
Yes, absolutely. And it stretches.
Oh, I love that stretchy band.
And you know, I'm all about, you know, balling on a budget, as they say. This was only $5.
And this is from Tea Time Glam.
This is from Tea Time Glam.
Website.
Yes. www.t-temeglam.com.
Perfect.
Yes.
And mesh.
Yes, the mesh is absolutely gorgeous. And you even see we paired it with 2 different types of patterns. So even though it's mesh, you can still see a faint little stripe in there. So yes, I'm telling you, the 80s are coming back with a vengeance. You'll also see like oversized sweaters.
Very cute.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yes.
Yes. Yes,
So you have options, especially with the weather changing as well. Yes.
Especially with fall, because you know, fall, sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold. You really don't know what you're going to
get from day to day, or even from the beginning of the day to the that's a whole other guess.
Exactly. So right now, if it gets too warm, she can take off her jacket. If it gets cool, she can keep on the jacket. And so, absolutely. And to top off this lovely look, another thing that's going to be fabulously trendy, mules.
Okay.
Yes, mules. And you would think your feet out for fall and winter. No, it's going to be absolutely awesome.
Yes.
And so that is this lovely outfit that we put together here. And you look fabulous, darling.
So tell me, Natasha, excuse me, where can people learn more about your businesses and learn more about your line?
All right. Well, you know, I am the designer for Tea Time Lady Couture. You can go online to www.t-tymeLadyCouture.com, and that's for fashion. And for these beautiful jewelry pieces, such as this beautiful pearl stretchy bracelet, you can go to T-Time, T-Tyme, glamlive.com.
I love it. And thank you, ladies, so much for being in the studio today. And thank you to our hair and makeup sponsors, Totally Tea and Get Glammed Makeup Artistry, LLC. And not to forget our jewelry sponsor, Say Life Looks. So thank you for tuning in to Say Life TV this Friday, equipping you with all the tools you need to empower yourself in every area of your life while moving through the world in a positive way. Have a happy, positive Friday and an amazing weekend. See you next time.